I'm kind of like being a little jokey about that because you did intimidate him and he did tell the mayor, but the mayor didn't care because he was busy in the tavern.
Oh no, I just meant you said I did a bad job of intimidating. I was like, well, I did a 22.
No, you
what
did
am
a
I rolling
phenomenal.
against?
You did a phenomenal job intimidating. The guy only had like a 7, so you were fine. So Krog went to the mayor's house and literally broke into his house and waited for him.
Okay.
And then the mayor came home, had the sheriff of the town, some half-orc monk with him, and a bunch of his entourage. Got into a fight and got killed by the mayor and by the sheriff. Anton then was with Benjamin, wondering what the hell are we going to do? So next day he goes, meets the mayor. Mayor gives him, he does his best to convince the mayor for help. The mayor dismisses the threat that's going on, mostly because that's Nirmathas for you. It's like, all right, well, that sounds south. We're fine up here, kind of stuff. But he did promise a little bit of help, so he gave Anton a cart filled with food. I believe, I forget the actual numbers. I think Arcloyd wrote those down.
I believe he did.
I want to say it was at least like 2 weeks worth of food or something like that, whatever the number was. So it'd be like some large amount of provision points. Anyway. They're not giving any military aid, however, anything like that. Not enough evidence for it just yet. And so the team went off, got attacked and waylaid by some wolves. It was a very close fight, and at the end of the day, Benjamin died in the wolf battle. And then they met up with a bunch of other folks who were passing on the road. It looked like maybe a scouting party of some kind, maybe part of the Nirmathas militia. Didn't really ask too many questions, but they did offer to accompany into the forest. So you have a little bit of backup. Their main point of contact is a guy by the name of Daryl, who is helping with that. Meanwhile, in the woods, Forvel was trying to build tree houses. It did not go well. A couple of people got injured. Trying to build
only one person. I was the other person.
See, a couple of people got injured, including Forvel. And eventually they ran into an orc, a half-orc by the name of King, who is Theta's new character, who was fighting some plant creatures. They helped him out, brought him back to the camp. Theta pointed out that this is stupid and we should probably be moving. And they decided then to go to a redoubt in the middle of like a marshy area in the woods to try and find the Chernshado Rangers. After that, they fought a ettercap and a couple of spiders who took over the redoubt. And that's where we kind of left off afterwards. So it was a very, and here's the cat now. So it was a very productive session, I guess. Would be a good there.
Can I get an additional character sheet? I'm going to try one more time to like natural character mancer level up for Vel.
You want like a third sheet?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can actually get the level up to character mancer trigger. So it's not just me having janked it.
What do you think it's missing?
The character mancer didn't do a thing.
Well, that's what I'm asking. What's the thing that it didn't do? Or did you say it did nothing? Okay.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah. And everything was above the book, so I'm just going to go through, try and get to work.
All right, so I made the sheet. It should pop up hopefully in a bit.
I see it.
And honestly, that's the rundown, Gary. So I just assumed Coriel was recovering from wounds the entire time.
Mostly, yeah, wounds and stress. You know, just shaken from having to go through all the battles again. And so now we are back on our way into the Fangwood to try to reconnect with the original group.
Yes, just like the big map here. You're about 5 or 6 days out from where Long Shadow was, and you are currently on your way back into the Fangwood. The team is deeper now. They're at where they're currently where the redoubt is, and you guys are over here where Anton's token is. And that's pretty much.
I don't know if it's on my end or yours, but you're breaking up really bad.
Am I? I apologize.
Oh, it's not you. I think it might be you, Gary, because your camera's lagging behind.
Okay, let me refresh this real quick and see if that'll fix it.
Hello.
Let's see if that.
How do I sound? Does it sound better?
Still got my microphone connected.
Oddly, Justin's quality just dropped.
Oh wow!
Oh no,
Discord's being troublesome as a whole lately too.
It's also really hard for me to do anything now because I have a cat butt in my face.
That'll happen.
It does. Come on, boo-boo. You've been so quiet all day. Get on the couch. Get on the couch. Get on my bed. She actually listens. At least for a second. Now she's back. Okay. I tried. It's like my students. Anyway. So that's where we left off. And I guess we'll start with the redoubt, if that's okay, in the All Eyes Wood.
Not a problem.
So, in the wood,
in the wood, a thing happened.
Yeah, you killed like an ettercap named All Eyes. You also killed 2 spiders, and you found a hobgoblin who was caught in the webs that was still alive, but you just slit his throat and didn't even ask him questions.
No need.
No need. You stole all their stuff, and I guess you're waiting here. How long are you waiting here?
Forvel is on his current stance of fuck everybody. But if it goes on much longer, he is going to have words with Aubryn, because he has a very good reason for having this stance.
He's a child.
No, his reason's far better than that.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I should also point out that King and Forvel have gotten into a little spat, and King is 16 years old.
Forvel has no problem with King.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. I'm sorry.
No, Forvel fully understands what King's stance on what's going on.
I mean, dude, in King's fairness as well, for his own argument, King isn't pushing himself to be in charge either. It's just like, why is the kid in charge? King's 2 years older than the kid.
That's the thing. Like, Forvel fully understands that King has zero experience with him, and just sees a 14-year-old kid in charge. He has zero issues with King. His issues with Aubryn.
I am very curious about this. Let me see. That one's too. Trying to get like some good music up now. Here we go.
I mean, in our middle ground scenario, though, Aubryn is the one in charge, so we're here for as long as Aubryn says we're here.
Well, Aubryn says we should probably wait at least like 2 days, see what happens if they come by. If not, we'll leave a note, and maybe we could head back to the encampment that we made, or we can just keep pushing. Make a decision on that.
Well, the thing is, we got everybody behind us.
Yes, they're not on the map, but most of the people are like within a mile of this area. Yes. Like, you got like a makeshift camp going right now. And what I guess you want to do that scene right now with what you would say to Aubryn Forvel?
Oh, absolutely. Probably later on in the night, you'd be like, Aubryn, I gotta talk to you about something.
What's up?
What the fuck? A new guy shows up, tells you I'm not good, and I shouldn't have the position I am. I don't care about him because he doesn't know me. You've spent time with me. Historically, I am in the top 10% of people on this plane of existence, intelligence-wise. And I come from a military family, and you didn't have my back.
Is this like an intimidate check?
No,
or
not at all.
Like you're just ranting.
He is just laying it out there, being like, what the fuck?
Aubryn's like, well, we got to keep moving.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And if you come and talk to me and we actually work together, because I've been doing what I can instead of just agreeing with the new person and not having my back.
You're really upset about this?
Yes, extremely.
Well, then I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you like that.
Yeah, and he'll just walk away from the conversation.
Before she even gets another word in.
Oh, he's not far enough away that she can't get a word in, but he's clearly making it like, okay, I see. I see. I'm waiting to hear more.
You know, I remember how young I was once like that.
I have a question. Did you have a childhood?
Of course.
Cool. I didn't.
It sucked though.
Cool. I didn't. I learned how to read Celestial at the age of 3.
Were you forced to, or did you do it for enjoyment?
I haven't had choice for anything. I'm not a kid. I look like one, and I try to have fun, but I'm taking this more seriously than you could ever understand.
Don't let go of the fun part, though.
Of course not, because if I do, then I lose everything that I am. I'm fully aware of that. So all I'm saying is if some more random strangers come up or someone tries to just call me a kid trying to build frickin' tree houses, have my back. Because guess what? We can't travel with this big group everywhere and live for long term.
No, we can't. That's what.
Do you know what would be a real good place to put people? In safe houses above the ground. But you forgot about the fact that I said that.
Aubryn actually lights up. Wait a minute. Does it have to be above ground?
Ideally, because below ground could be flooded or filled with burning oil unless it's well hidden. However, below ground could work. We could use here and build on top of the structures and use it as support.
Do you have geography?
Hell yeah, I do.
Can you roll it real quick?
No problem.
The biggest
problem. Low roll.
It is a very low roll. I mean, you know this. The biggest problem is the fact that you are surrounded by marshy quicksand.
No, it's not. That's an asset. We teach people where it is.
It's just not a lot of room to build is the issue.
Okay, so we build up. We build on top of the structure.
No, no, this is not Aubryn arguing. This is what you know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay, cool.
I'm like, oh my god, you're arguing with yourself.
I take that back. Yeah, never mind.
So, like, you know that off the top of your head. Like, it's a possibility, but it might be difficult.
That's fine, but no, we just need to build somewhere secure that's close enough to everything. Because guess what? We're going to have to deal with that tower at some point. Whether it's us or somebody else.
We're going to need a lot of stuff for
and
that
if it's
tower,
generations down the road, we need to build somewhere that can build up to deal with it.
We do need to figure out what's going on with that tower, don't we?
Yes. Please do not forget that I am a goddamn genius. And I do not say that. I say that humbly. It has been proven. I have been put through tests.
Have you ever prayed before, Forvel?
No, it's stupid. Why would you do that?
comfort, guidance, sometimes answers to questions that you may not have, you know, those type of things.
I use logic.
Logic helps in a lot of ways, for sure, but sometimes things are illogical.
If I meet a god who wants who gives me good advice, I'll pray to them.
And that's always a good thing, too.
Cool. If I meet him, I'll do that.
Have you ever thought about Nethys, then?
No.
Do you even know who Nethys is?
No. Get him to come here.
That's not how gods work.
Then I'm not praying.
You can't even get the lucky drunk to come here when you're asking for a beer.
First of all, I never asked for a beer because I don't drink.
I'm talking for myself.
Either way, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm just saying. Put respect on those that help me. I try and do the same, and I get it. I'm a little bit standoffish. Okay? A little bit. However, I just didn't appreciate being thrown under the bus. King? I understand King. He comes from the north, he's never met me.
Very well.
Thank you.
And
he'll actually go offer up a handshake because of the fact that an adult actually listened to him.
No, she is kind of a cleric, so she's always willing to listen. So she shakes your hand. I'm doing the air shake, I guess.
Yeah, but with that was his whole because he was preparing to explode. He was not happy with the fact that he felt like he was thrown under the bus.
I appreciate it every time a teenager comes up to this woman, she caves.
She's understanding. She's also like, I have one leg. There's like not too much I can really do here.
I have some limitations.
Yeah, no, it just seems like if King got on her again later, they'd be like, all right, yeah, you got points. You got points. And then Forvel would get on her again later on. What the fuck are you doing? We had a conversation.
To be totally fair, this is very in character with Nirmathas. It's like, yeah, we're all in this together. Do what you think is best. We're not going to step on your toes. Don't mean to, at least. That type of stuff. So it's like, dial that up to 11.
Especially in a survival situation, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, King, what are you up to since you're in the scene or in the area?
Well, I don't know what time of day is it.
I will assume it is evening. So we're saying
sitting
like
in the chair
time.
facing the doorway.
All right. Just like standing guard?
No, like getting as much rest as I can without actually sleeping.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Always face the doorway.
Very smart. You don't want to get stabbed in the back. Meanwhile, out on the road at night, Coriel. It is a little bit, it's been like very quiet and somber like the past day since Benjamin died. Anton has barely said anything. Anar has been somewhat quiet as well. Just trying to, hand wave them out for the night, I guess. And the new companions that you have here have been asking you a lot of questions. Specifically, what's going on? Why are you here? Where's all this food going? That kind of stuff.
Coriel's probably sitting by whatever fire they probably built up, but back to it, looking out, kind of standing guard, sort of, but always just trying to be aware of anything that's around them because they've met so much weird stuff on the road, and who knows what might be creeping up behind them, especially with all these hobgoblins. And it just definitely tell them the story about what happened in Phaendar and how they were overrun by a horde of hobgoblins, and they tried to come to Long Shadow to maybe get some help, and they need food and supplies for all these survivors if they're going to try to either survive or try to retake the town. They don't know what they're going to do right now, but they definitely want to go into the Fangwood and probably hook up with the Rangers, because that's going to be the best way, the best option they have of finding the survivors, because they all fled into the wood.
the leader of the group, this man named Daryl, who I believe I actually did make a token for him now at this point. Yep, just so you see it.
Okay.
There's like 4 others with him. 3 humans and 1 half elf. All of them look like they are rangers in their own right, or at least like maybe like scouts or militiamen. But they do not look like they are members of the Churn Shadow, because actually Daryl asks, I've heard about the Churn Shadow previously. Never actually met any of them before, at least in my own adventures in the woods here. You actually know where they are?
No, I met one of them in Phaendar, though. And
oh,
if
really?
anybody could help out, it'd be her. She probably would have tried to take them into the woods and hook up with some of her own people. I've met a few of them. They used to come through the woods. My family worked from time to time, pass word along, see what's going on, but they never really stayed long.
Yeah, it does sound like a good idea. I mean, we can definitely support you in that as well, or at least get you into the woods, for sure. There's really not much else we were doing. We're just doing patrols on the road. Haven't seen any hobgoblins, unfortunately.
We found a few dead ones a few miles back when we were making our way to Long Shadow. Don't know what they ran into or where they came from, but they're definitely to the south. I don't know how far up they've come.
Well, we need to be careful then. The woods are a little bit nasty as they are.
When they're only going to get nastier.
Very good. You said you're part of the military.
I was. I signed up. I was young when the marshal was coming through asking for volunteers to go and keep the borders safe. It's down south, fighting Molthune at the last, and figured it was time to maybe pick up and go home.
Oh, now you're stuck in this mess, huh?
Yeah, I just seemed to keep wandering from one mess to the next. Thought I'd get some rest in Phaendar on my way back, and that didn't work out too well.
That's all right then. You'll get the rest soon enough, I'm sure.
Well, we'll see.
That probably sounded ominous. I'm so sorry.
It was a little spooky, to be sure.
Yeah. And you guys kind of just like trade back and forth stories and things like that for the night. Just trying to get some atmospheric mood. So here's the deal. If you wait like 2 days in the redoubt, nobody's going to be coming. So for Team Survivor.
Yep.
But
I suggest we get renamed Team Destiny's Child.
No.
It looks like I have news. It appears that the Charactermancer only does level 1 on this sheet.
Really?
Apparently so.
That is very stupid.
This is the official Pathfinder sheet, correct?
Yeah, it should be.
Cool. Yeah, that entire time while we're waiting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I get enlightened as to what sort of strategy for like building that our cleric was thinking?
Her suggestion was her thought and her logic is that we're wasting time if we're going to try and build, because that's going to keep us in the open and cost us a lot of energy and resources.
Okay.
It might be better to find a spot that's maybe hidden, like a cave system or a network of area like that, where we could stay underground until we find the Rangers. Less stuff to worry about, one entrance in and out to defend, and we could also be out of sight.
You don't want just one entrance in and out. That's suicide.
Yeah, that's the...
Auburn actually does recall, I do remember a story about a group of people trying to survive a white attack in a house with a larder basement. In the end, the larder basement was how they survived the attack, because they tried to defend the whole house, and they got overwhelmed almost.
What's the house made of?
It was just a regular house made of wood.
Oh, so they didn't set it on fire and kill everybody inside then. Would have been real easy.
But they're whites. They don't do that. They just eat.
No, right. It's just a shame we're not dealing with whites then.
You're assuming the hobgoblins will find the cave and go in and burn us. Is that correct?
Or set a fire at the entrance. Smoke us out. I don't know how much smoke you can breathe.
Not even that. If they can get access to oil of any means, they could... That's problematic.
While this is going on, Gary, can you do me a favor and roll 2d20s?
Sure, 2d20.
Because that's going to represent like any random things that may happen on the road while you're getting back into the woods.
Let's see what we got here. Got a 5 and a 6.
Oh, that's going to be fun. And
don't like the sound of that.
I got to check something, so we'll see. Yeah. We'll have to. I'll take care of that in a sec with you, Gary. Okay. As far as the conversation goes, like Auburn says, I mean, that's a possibility, something we have to worry about. We're running low on options, and it's been 2 days. No rangers, no nothing. I'm actually kind of concerned.
How many days of rations did we have left as the survivor group?
As the survivor group, we really don't need to super worry about rations. We can hunt.
Not at the moment. You're actually pretty good. You can last at least another. Along with the 2 days here, you have like another 2 days on top, if I remember correctly.
Right, but how many days worth of rations does the hunters bring in, and then is that going to be a supply that dwindles over time as we're feeding a number of people of the local environment? Wasn't.
They've actually been bringing in the last hunt. They actually brought in a lot, so they actually bought you an extra day. But every day it depends on the rolls, and you got 4 to 5 people who do the hunting. So I mean, if you want, either of you can do like, can you roll me d20s, 5 d20s, real quick?
Yeah. I'll roll 3 of them.
Sure. And I can tell you like amount of rations you get over the course of the days and whatnot. Oh my
20,
God.
baby.
Jesus Christ. See, like, so like that natural 20 is like, let's see.
Well, the problem here is, before you say that, we don't want to hunt too much in one day because we don't have the storage. Food spoils.
Well, that's over the course of the days.
Yeah, that's actually, usually the food spoils after about 2 to 3 days.
You know, like on Oregon Trail, you don't want to hunt all your food in one go and then run out of bullets and then, oh, the food's gone.
I made that mistake many a time in Oregon Trail.
Actually, I have a question. Since I'm probably not out hunting, and I can only do so much potential planning for possible settlement structure for those who can't keep on traveling. Can I find anywhere that... Can I find any salt? Like any groupings of salt, anything relatively salty that could be turned into a powder?
Quick, everyone do jumping jacks. We're going to rub the food on you.
Can you roll... That's a good question. Roll in nature.
Roll in nature?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, nature. Okay, it's not the world's worst roll. I'm going to see if I have anything that will affect this. Okay. I'm going to also pop Detect Magic as part of this process.
Okay.
Just in case.
You do not detect anything magical.
Cool. It was worth a shot. Come on. 16.
You find like like natural rock salt type of stuff.
Yep.
You find some of that, and it looks like it's like maybe like a mini vein that's like protruding from the ground near like 2 or 3 hours away from where the redoubt is.
Okay.
So like you can get some salt from that, yes.
That's all. That's literally all I need. Because what I want to do is find some non-toxic plants in order to dry the leaves. I want to get some ground up bone, which we can easily get from the hunt, and mix that with the salt and keep that basin as a basin to preserve our food.
Okay.
And it will not rot or go bad very quickly because of the ground up bone.
Alrighty. In the back of a mine, make a smokehouse. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually.
That was our series of 2 different jokes. So that was one was a joke. In the back of a mine, you know, what's her name is encouraging us to go to a mine. So it'd be funny if the rock salt was in the back of a mine. Smokehouse was me just trying to identify what Justin was up to.
Oh, okay.
Smokehouse would be the next logical step, but we don't have the stuff for a smokehouse yet. We first need a location.
You don't actually need a house to make a smokehouse. You can do it over a pit.
Oh, it's true. That being said, saying that I could actually build it and make it portable. How many rations are we looking at?
Oh, in total, I should give you that before we move on. Because Gary, can you please place your token with the group there?
Yeah, so we had a 20, a 19, an 18, a 14, and a 7.
7 finds nothing. Let's see. 14, you get 2 rations.
Yep.
16, 17. The 18 and 19. The crit is 7 rations.
9.
And the 19 and 18 are the same. It's going to be. It's 5 rations.
19. Cool.
Alrighty. So, like, that's enough to, like, at least for another day. So basically, you're basically, subsistence level right now for the rations. In the meantime, on the trek, Coriel, if I may ask you to please roll a perception.
Sure thing.
Yeah, there was no sheets for Pathfinder that I found on Roll20 that actually cover the character manager past first level.
That's insane. I cannot believe that.
That's level 2.
Looks like they get the drop on you.
Yeah, figured as much.
You see a javelin just like is thrown at your face. And it misses completely. And
at least there's that.
I guess we'll do the second one. Does 11 hit?
Nope.
All right. And you notice on the ridge here, like you're in the plains near a bit of the forest. You're getting close. You're basically at the edge of the Fang Wood.
Mm-hmm.
But you notice on the top 2 foul-smelling creatures. Giant lizard of some kind. It's bluish in color, and it looks like it has like a collar around its neck. Maybe a pet for the creatures. And they're just snarling and hooting at you. And
clearly, they're not friendly.
No, they are not. Because you're like, oh shit, humans, kill them. And I would like you to please roll initiative.
All right.
So they had their surprise round and failed. And while we're here, Justin, who do you want to be? I got 3 choices for you.
What are the options?
Got Daryl, you got one of the other generic rangers. I just gave him a random name, or Tydell.
Oh, generic ranger.
Generic ranger. That would be this guy right here.
Me? I'm gonna be the background guy.
Great for your credits. Great for your CV. Generic ranger number 1.
Exactly.
I know, right?
It's like voice acting. You just have multiple credits at once in the movie, you know?
Yeah, man. I'm totally down for generic ranger number 1.
All right. I gave him the name Marco.
Got it.
Yeah, just did like a random name generator on these guys.
Also, FamFev can easily be deleted. I do not need that one now.
Okay, I will do so.
If you could show Marco to players after I have control, just so it pops up for me.
I'm actually working on that. There you go.
Hell yeah.
And Theta, who do you want to try?
Gotta be one of the bad guys?
What?
Gotta be one of the bad guys.
No, I'm not letting you be one of the bad
Oh,
guys.
come on.
Not today, I'm
Where
sorry.
the fun is.
I'm sorry, not today. Maybe next time we'll discuss it.
I apparently already have control of whatever this guy's name is, so give me his sheet and I'll be good.
You should have Tydel's sheet then. The survivors of Phaendar list at the moment.
See, if I'm a generic background guy, if I die, it's just part of the scene.
Technically, the same thing as with Tydel. I'll keep Daryl on the back burner there. Coriel, you're good, right?
How many days has it been since the last encounter?
It has been 3 days.
Tydell was unconscious. Well, that was a smooth fight. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm assuming you've been healed by then.
He was at -3 last I opened the sheet, which means that 3 days of whatever.
Okay. I'm going to give you control of Daryl. How's that sound?
All right, Daryl. Where?
At part 1 NPCs. Because there's technically not with the survivor group yet.
Tars?
Yes.
I don't have access to a sheet yet.
You should. I just gave it to you.
Nope. Let me refresh.
No.
Yeah, no, it was just a blank thing with no tabs or anything.
That's strange. All right, now we can get rid of the moody music. Let's see. All right, if you guys can roll initiatives for your respected NPCs.
Still gotta wait for him to show up.
He should show up. He should be there.
Nope, just give it a minute. I gotta wait for him to show up.
I don't know if Marco's respected, but I'll roll initiative for him.
The Gecko.
On
the Gecko is fucking fast.
The sheet. Is initiative just Dex?
Oh, no, it should be INIT at the top near the name and his alignment and all that stuff.
I see. In it. Oh, Marco's in it to win it.
Nice.
You know what? If I go down, my backup character is Marco.
There you go. And just, I guess, whenever you're ready with
No,
Daryl.
you get so many sheets, it takes forever for them all to load. That's what I'm saying. He's got to give me a minute.
You have I have over 200 different characters created already for this.
Right,
damn
it
thing.
takes a minute and a half for my character sheet to load. This guy is on the back burner, so.
As you start killing off NPCs and monsters and stuff, as you level up, I'm going to slowly phase them out, so. I tried to plan way far ahead by making sure everything was in the game. The Gecko's going first.
Yeah, yes.
Just want to check something with it real quick. It has a movement only 40 feet, but it can climb. So it kind of just like, you notice it like just climbs on the side here off this ridge right onto the ground and just comes like right on the top of the ridge right here. And it's like hissing at the party right now. Does it have attack that it can use? No long-range attacks for the Gecko, so it's getting in position. Marco, you're up.
Okay, so this isn't my favorite enemy. However, I do have a longbow. Which means I can get away from this combat and still mess stuff up. Just trying to find my base movement. 30 feet. Got it. Go back here.
Mm-hmm.
Majestically draw my bow. Sunlight gleams off my eyes as if I'm important on the Gecko.
I love how you're like building up this guy to be important.
Oh yeah.
That is a hit.
8 damage.
All right. I will.
And do I attack once, or looks like I only attack once?
Only attack once. Nobody's that badass yet. Daryl.
What is Marco's race?
He's a human.
Oh, okay.
He's a human.
So I was building the whole thing. Apparently my favorite enemy is elves. So it's like, oh, I've been waiting to lure you out of town, Marco, for just this moment.
I love it.
Play a bad guy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I draw a bow, shoot the Gecko.
All right. Ooh. That's actually a miss.
Cool.
Coriel.
Coriel will draw his short bow in order to try to take out this Gecko before it can climb down and get in his face.
All right, looks like we got ourselves a shooting party. 14?
14.
That's a hit. You just
Nice.
hit. 5, and that will kill the Gecko. So go ahead, describe it. Where do you land the shot?
He's gonna draw back and try to shoot and probably get him right in the chest, and then, or maybe right in the foot, and the Gecko will tumble down that elevation change and land in a heap at the bottom of it.
I like it. There you go. I'll move him over even too for the effect. All right, the troglodytes are not happy about that though. This one has a second javelin. He's gonna shove it or chuck it right in your face there, Coriel. 17?
Ah, it's exactly a hit.
Nice. Okay, so you in full damage. So the javelin actually pierces your armor, goes right into your shoulder blade, and it's just like nastily hissing. This one jumps down off the hill, and you notice that it like is brandishing what looks like a tree branch or a club of some kind, and it is coming to the crest this way to like charge down on you. In fact, I'm probably going to move it. Yeah, fuck it. Move it twice. So that was 30. Let me actually measure. So it's like just running right in front of you, Coriel. But it cannot do anything. However, troglodyte does get in your face. I actually need you to roll a fortitude save real quick.
Okay.
In fact, everybody that is within like 30 feet of that troglodyte, can you roll a fortitude save?
I'm good. I ran 30 feet back from my initial position.
Looks like you're in 30 feet.
You're
Fortitude?
just in the range.
Cool. Fortitude. Here we go.
Yep.
God,
The resilience going to help you here.
There's.
I'm
All
good,
right.
baby.
Yeah, you guys are all
wow.
good.
Marco has a scarf around, like a little scarf around his neck, and he just pulls it up.
So what you basically this nasty stench is coming off this guy. Like he smells like he's been like just rolling in filth his entire life. Thankfully, all of you actually made the roll because he only has a DC 12. But if you failed, you would have been sickened.
Oof.
And
I feel like having a faux backstory off with Justin right here. 'Cause my first thought was, oh yeah? Well, Daryl doesn't even have a nose. He's a gilded nose. He lost it in the war. In fact, against a troglodyte.
We're going to elevate... All these characters are going to become elevated NPCs, aren't they?
Abso-frickin-lutely.
I can't wait to kill them now. Anyway. Anyway, so you all, like, ignore the stench. Gecko is dead. Marco, your turn.
All right. Question before I do this. This area just below me, is that lower or higher than the vantage point that the rest of the group is on?
That one. That one is.
It looks higher, but I want to confirm.
That one is higher. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go up here.
Wait, no, I lied. That one is lower.
That one's lower?
Yeah. Notice the ridges.
Okay, even better. I go over there. I will peek my head up. Cock one eye. Both sideways for some reason. Shoot. Troglodyte.
Which one?
The one closest.
All right, there will be a penalty because he is in melee.
Does point blank shot affect that?
That means you can shoot him from that. You would need precise shot to affect that.
Okay. If that's the case, I'll go after the far one.
Okay. That is a miss.
The sun got in my eyes. It shoots past its head.
That damn sun always in the way. Daryl.
So is that like So you said, what? Look at the ridges, and I've been trying to stare at these ridges this whole time. Like, what are you talking about?
No. Oh, maybe I am wrong.
Because to me, it looks like this. Oh shit! I grabbed the map. I didn't mean to grab it. It looks to me like it goes up and then up even further, and then like.
Oh no! It goes up. It does go up over here. It definitely goes up over here. It's I don't know.
It looks to me like this valley here is the lowest point, and it goes up that way.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, it looks like that's just sort of like a valley with all these hills running on either side of it.
You know what? I'm probably just an idiot who doesn't know how a map works.
Well, I just couldn't see the ridges. You said it with such confidence. I'm like, what fucking ridges?
Don't you know, like, when you say something confidently, that means you have to be right?
Well, see, that's
a joke, by the way.
It doesn't matter. My turn. I'm just gonna shoot the guy over here.
Okay, go ahead. Is that in melee?
Trying to figure it out. No, I said the guy over there.
Okay. Sorry.
Doesn't matter.
That is a miss.
Sun, get out of my eyes. It's canon.
Yeah, the sun is really strong today. For whatever
you look
reason.
in that direction, and the sun's right there. It's already canon. It was said once, now it's said twice. It's a 2-man rule.
Coriel, go for it.
All right, so I'm gonna have to drop my bow and draw my axe. That's gonna provoke an attack of opportunity, right?
Yes, it will. He will attempt it.
So I'm gonna. I have to though. I mean, either move out of range, either move away from him, or draw. And I'm gonna draw my axe. So yeah, I'll go ahead and roll the dice on that one. God damn. Okay.
I'm hitting like
twice in a row.
That's so disgusting. I'm so sorry.
It'll be a shame when 2 NPCs make it out of this alive.
Then I'm gonna
know.
That'd be fucking horrible.
Well,
all right.
Okay then. So
murder him, please.
Yes, I've got my axe, and so since he is beating the shit out of me right now, I'm gonna go ahead and do a power attack. So -1 to hit, but +2 to damage.
All right.
And that's not going to matter in the slightest.
No, you miss. I'm sorry.
I mean, I did just get whacked like right in the head for 7 damage.
He bonked you.
Little stunned.
How bad do you look?
Yeah. I'll let you describe it.
I'm looking pretty woozy. I'm not super bloody yet. I mean, I'm bad, but after that knock to the head, I am definitely like swirling around a little bit.
This troglodyte is going around, and you notice he doesn't have a javelin anymore, but he's carrying his own club. Looks like he's chasing you down, Daryl. The other troglodyte thinks it's got you in a corner, so it's going to try and now bite you in the face. No, that's a miss. But God damn it, max damage again. Jesus.
I know the biting in the face move very well.
Yeah, it just opens its mouth and tries to literally bite your nose off.
So do I. That's how I lost my nose.
It was a troglodyte. In fact, this troglodyte is the son of that troglodyte.
I'm reminded of the movie, was it Dirty Business? Oh, you dirty Saigon whore.
You know, that's dirty work, not dirty business.
That's what I said. I couldn't remember. I said, if I'm thinking of the right movie. That's where you correct me.
Close enough, though. Close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, it's when Tom Cruise with half a nose.
How hurt is the troglodyte going around looking?
None of them are hurt. None of them took any damage yet.
Oh, gee, okay.
So I guess based off of my stupidity of not understanding the map, you have the high ground there, Marco.
Cool. So the one that's coming around that I can still get a good shot off in, I'm actually going to use a Masterwork Arrow.
Oh yeah, I forgot I gave you some of those.
I got a couple of those, baby. Here we go.
That is
Longbow.
That is a +1 to hit.
Yeah. So again, he looks like he's gonna fire, but then what he does is he drops the arrow into the ground, goes to one on his side, pulls back, squints a little bit, boom, shot.
Are you gonna be this dramatic with Forvel going forward?
Potentially.
No, save it all for the NPCs.
Yes. I'm tempted to save it all for the NPCs.
It's reminding me of a video. Do you guys know Seth Skorkowski?
Yeah. We link it in the channel all the time.
Name.
Yeah, like he does like a lot of like tabletop videos and stuff like that. He actually did one where he talked about how to make combat spicier. You're basically doing it by doing like the little descriptions.
I mean, he also made a video about 10-second turns. So.
It's how you play fighter. Straight up, it's how you play fighter and make it good.
Daryl, your turn.
Yeah, I do like a similar move. I draw an arrow, but I run my fingertips over the head of the arrow super fast because I actually have a flaming arrow, so it just catches on fire by the friction. And in the same drawback, I pull back on the bowstring and fire at the same guy.
All right,
the same guy we've both been missing every time. No, hey.
Shit. 15?
Yep.
Yeah, that just hits. You pierce him, and he ignites on flames, and he just like screams in agony and pain. As he's on fire and just drops dead where he stands. You one-shot him. Good job.
I marked off his sheet. He has one less fire arrow. If only he was an elf.
Coriel.
All right, yeah, Coriel, after that knock to the head, he's still kind of woozy. So he, again, power attack on, just going to go for a hard swing, just as hard as he possibly can.
Chop that wood.
That's a 9 to hit.
That's not enough, unfortunately. The troglodyte, though, however, does notice that his buddy is dead and will actually disengage. You notice it drops its club and it's like fumbling through like what looks like a satchel, and it pulls out something. Coriel, you're right in front of it. Do you have what are your knowledges?
Dungeoneering, local, and nature.
Roll in nature, please.
Oh, now okay.
God. Well, now you know what it is. It looks like a feather token. A feather token of some kind of bird. All you know is that usually serves as sort of like a magical signal to let people know like there's stuff out here or that we need reinforcements.
Okay, so it's some kind of a signaling device.
Mm-hmm. And you notice
Coriel will definitely point that out. Just scream, he's got something that he can communicate with whoever else is here.
Notice that the troglodyte now is taking the token and like literally like holds it up high in the air after he takes it out. Shrieks.
Can he do that and disengage?
The disengage is the 5-foot step
it's
free.
5 foot. Yeah. Okay. I tried.
No, I know. Let's see if the token goes off because he doesn't have spellcraft.
You mean use magic item?
Yeah, or what did I say, spellcraft?
Yep. Come on, mess it up.
Nope, doesn't go off yet. Okay, so that's his turn. Marco.
I will now go to this ledge. I will pull another one of my Masterwork arrows because he has this token. I will dramatically look at my rifle as I fire
I think I'm going to develop a game where we just play NPCs. How's that sound?
Missed.
Gary, you want in on that?
Yeah, I mean, that's we've been doing that a lot so far on this one. So
I mean, the problem with that is that if we are all playing just NPCs, then those become the PCs.
No, the idea is that it's like a, like one of those like one-player dungeon things.
See, I run plenty of the games that you're talking about, like all those funnel worlds. You usually play like 4 level 0 characters.
Oh,
yes. And whoever makes it to the end becomes a level 1 hero.
Yeah, no, I've played a few of those too. They're lots of fun. They're basically meat grinders.
Yeah, they are. Because no one's ever spotted any of mine.
Draw funnel's great.
I did one at a con once. It was like some weird carnival thing, and I played a lot of these before. So all I did was I made sure everybody had like a 10-foot pole. So everything we did, 10-foot pole, 10-foot pole, 10-foot pole. I avoided 90% of the traps because everybody else in the group put my guys in the front. But all my guys died in the end anyway because we fell into a ball pit filled with acid balls.
I mean, the thing about that is that you're also starting with randomized gear.
No, we didn't start with randomized gear.
I always do that. You always roll up a standard career for a villager. Like, oh, you're the hat maker, the haberdasher. Oh, so you've got gear to make hats. The orcs are invading.
You're lucky you roll up a farmer and you get a pitchfork. All right, you've got a spear.
Or the 1 in 100 random magic caster who has one spell they can cast once.
It's your turn, by the way, Theta.
Yeah. I look back at my rival. I stare directly at him, facing him.
You're not rivals. I just want to point that out.
I lean backwards and fire into the air. A backward shot. Arch up and down.
If you do, I'll make that a called shot if you do that.
Yeah. What's the penalty?
-8.
Let's do it.
You would have missed anyway.
Just a flaming arrow, just whoosh.
It harmlessly falls to the ground.
We're like those Michael Jordan versus whoever in any commercial. It just we're both bad.
Yep.
Off the sky, nothing but net. Oh, I missed.
This is the outtake from a trick shot video.
Well, yeah, try to finish him, sure. All right, I'm gonna get right up in his face, and once again, just power attack, heavy swing with my axe, just trying to knock this thing down.
That's a hit. 15's enough.
11 damage.
Ooh, you almost get him. Like your axe goes like right into his like stomach. You see like bits of his gut starting to hang out now from his side. And like the troglodyte is yelping in pain. Even going to attempt to move away because it's like basically dying at this point. But it is going to try the feather token one more time in your face. I guess that would be technically an attack of opportunity because
yeah, if he's using an item or casting in my face, then yeah,
go for it.
I will keep power attacking. I mean, Coriel's hurt and woozy. He's just swinging and slamming as hard as he can.
There you
17, go. 13 damage.
Oh yeah, you get your axe comes down and you cleave his head in half. And he did not.
Stench is horrible.
Oh, it's a good thing you did that because he would have gotten the token up in the air then.
Oh God,
lucky bastard. Oh, congratulations. Good job. You survived and you killed some troglodytes.
Well, 2 of us did anyway.
Yeah. And you got the feather token, obviously.
I was great support. I'm happy.
I would like to point out that Daryl is your commanding officer in this situation.
Oh, that's fine. We can still be rivals. He just has a higher position.
Yeah, it doesn't stop that.
Okay.
Stop a little friendly competition.
Exactly.
So you got the if you want to take their equipment, they got clubs, they got the javelins they threw.
They got a putrid smell attached to everything that they own.